No, do you know what? We'll just pose. I'll do it as a video and then like do a.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna laugh. Look at you opening it.
Gotta be done. Gotta look like a dick.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we have a very special guest.
Oh, stop it.
This is Jordan, also known as Jordan Saeed, who is a pro wrestler. How many of you guys have pro wrestlers on your channels?
Bang.
So today we're going to be talking a little bit about body image, fitness, body dysmorphia, and if you guys want to see more on this topic, I have got a couple other videos about it, so I'll link those in the description box. But for this video, I'm going to be asking Jordan some questions. We're going to be talking about our personal fitness journeys, tips about how to maintain a healthy lifestyle, and also the dark side of fitness. So when things go too far. So I think we should start off by talking about our personal experiences with like trying to be fit and healthy. Do you want to go first?
Well, it was when I was 16. I was actually, my BMI was obese. I'm 5'10", I've always remained that size, and one day I just literally looked in the mirror and said, oh, you know what, I've had it, you know, I'm low in confidence and I just want to try and change myself. So when I left doing my GCSEs, I decided to buy a pair of dumbbells, you know, them cheap generic Sports Direct ones.
Yeah.
Started doing home workouts, started eating a lot less, and I started seeing some really good results. Started getting really lean, and since then, for the past, I'm 22 now, 6 years, it's been a case of yo-yoing, up and down. So 1 minute, I mean, you've seen me, you've known me for the years, you know.
I've known Jordan for a long time,
Yeah.
and every time I see this guy, because I don't see him often, he looks different every
you're
single
like
time.
on the other side of the country, or the other side of the world. Oh, I'm giving you a call. Really, where are you? Oh, I'm in Uzbekistan, or I'm in the United States. Well, you should have told me.
No, but for real though, this guy changes shape like he changes clothes.
I'm like a Build-A-Bear, you know. I'm big and brawny, and I've got a massive face, and I'm all cute. And the next time you see
I don't know
me,
about that.
Yeah. Well, look, fat guys are cute, you know. And then the next time you see me, I'm slimmed down, and you know, I'm just completely different. Even hairstyles have changed, and beards have changed, and yeah, this.
But I'd like to know what made you want to keep changing yourself, because obviously you have been through like some dramatic alterations.
It really depends what's going on in my life. So, for example, it's also about confidence, how I feel myself. For example, this Sunday I've got a title defence, but also there's going to be a photographer there who's going to be taking shots of me. So, therefore, I decided I want to lean down and I want to look really good for these photos. So, at the moment, my diet as it stands, where I'm trying to cut down, I'm below like 1,000 calories a day now. I'm below 20 grams of carbohydrates, so that's no rice, no pasta, no bread, no Haribos, you know, no fat, and I'm just eating high protein, lots of green, lots of veg, every 2 to 3 hours. My breakfast, my go-to breakfast, is I get 13 egg whites, I put it into a blender with water, blueberries, and celery, and I just drink it. Straight up. As I'm drinking it, I'm kind of crying, I'm like, someone help me, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and as the weeks go by, you know, increasing cardio, decreasing calories somehow. Yeah, so.
See, for me, hearing this kind of lifestyle doesn't seem, I suppose, normal.
Oh, no, it's not. No, absolutely not.
And you can agree that it's not the best thing for your body, because your body isn't meant to be under so much pressure and so much like dramatic change. But I'm just interested to know, when it comes to sport, do you feel like it's a big thing, like if this happens across all different sports, like if it's necessary to kind of go that far? Is it actually about your performance, or is it more about your image? Because I feel like surely that kind of diet can't be healthy for you wrestling, because where are you getting your energy from?
I mean, I've got to be honest, physically wise, I feel drained, I feel really cranky, I feel really weak. Every sport, whether it's wrestling, whether you're a football player, whether you're a boxer, it's about performance. It's about being physically as good as possible. But also, you've got to remember, it's also about image. You know, we look at Cristiano Ronaldo, for example. You know, how many kids are, you know, now copying the hairstyle of Ronaldo? How many kids are buying the Nike boots of Ronaldo because his image is bang on? You know, people want to relate to Ronaldo. They want to look like Ronaldo because his image is that good. You know, when sponsors pay for, you know, Ronaldo, they've got this guy, probably the best looking guy in the world. This guy who looks amazing because of his image, but he's also a great performer. Me personally, I do believe image in every sport is key. It sells pictures, it sells merch, it sells this, it sells that, you know. It is a very big part because no one wants to pay and see someone look bad, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that's, and especially wrestling, because you know when you're up there, when you're inside that four-sided ring, you know you're kind of just there. You know you're in front of all these people and you're topless, and it's like all eyes are on you. You know there's that immense pressure to look as good as possible. So also be physically good, you know, because you got to carry yourself, man. I mean, I can do 45 minutes on the treadmill. I can. But 15 minutes in a ring is a long time, you know, especially if you pick up a little cramp or an injury, or
I feel
if
like
you haven't got the energy like I do, you're in that ring and you're like, oh my god, like 5 minutes feels like an hour. If you're gassed, if you get thrown around, you know, if you're taking a strike, it is brutal. So yeah.
I guess with professional sport, the performance and the image go hand in hand anyway. But I feel like with people that are just doing sport for leisure, it's a bit different, and I feel as if a lot of people are like aspiring to look a certain way, but you have to ask yourself why. Like some people will just be in the gym doing X, Y, Z, but their lifestyle doesn't require them to necessarily need that much strength or, you know, be as whatever it may be. I feel as if people are kind of just doing it for the sake of doing it, just pursuing like these kind of diets when you're not actually a professional sports person. I feel like it's just detrimental because
Absolutely.
I feel as if people have just kind of are taking everything a bit too far and like they're just doing it for the sake of doing it.
I mean, I'm a qualified personal trainer, and when I used to get clients, in no way, shape or form would I tell them to do the stuff I do. No way, because I just think it's stupid. It's not sustainable. You tried doing 1,000 calories. I've managed to do it for 8 weeks, but I know after I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm just going to fall off the bandwagon a bit. But you tell that 9-to-5 guy with a wife, 2 kids, and he's balancing other hobbies, you know, to do 1,000 calories a day, but he's got to reach deadlines, but he's also got to pick his kids up from school. He's not going to be able to do it. So you've got, you know, the best thing is making it sustainable and enjoyable.
Yeah, it should be enjoyable. It shouldn't be a chore.
I tell people this: if you're looking to lose weight, look at your current diet and see what you can change. So if you're that guy who has, or that girl who has 3 cans of Coke a day, swap 2 of them for Diet Coke. And you've just cut back on 260 calories a day. In a week, you've cut back on almost 1,800 calories. You know, that's... And you'll see small differences in your body.
It's more about the small changes that you can do. So if you struggle to make those big changes and just start off small and then work your way up to other things.
Also, you have to enjoy your training as well. I mean, you have to enjoy going to the gym. Me personally, I train for vanity, I train to look good. When I'm in the gym, I train high reps, low weight. I train for the pump. I train for blood to go into the muscle. So I look a lot more bigger, a lot more vascular, and I just love the feeling. Whereas if you don't enjoy that, don't do it. You know.
Yeah.
If you want to go into the gym and lift, you know, have your weight belt on and you're chunk and you want to grunt and you want to do deadlifts, you know, heavy weight, you know, low reps, then do it. You know, if your form of physical activity is just putting on a pair of trunks and going swimming, then as long as you enjoy it, then that is obviously there's certain ideologies, but that's a whole another video of like building muscle and. Yeah. But the best training and best diet you can do is the one you enjoy. But that doesn't mean gorging on Ben and Jerry's, because otherwise I'll be doing it now.
I mean, for me personally, so obviously we've talked about your fitness journey, but like, I've never obviously been a professional sports person myself. I used to do ice skating. I don't know if many of you guys know that.
Tough sport.
It's a very tough sport.
Core strength, balance, you know.
Definitely. And even though I wasn't doing it professionally, like I was still training like quite a few times a week. I did a few competitions and stuff. It was mostly just a way to keep fit. But there was a point where, there was a year or so where, I don't know what happened, but I became sort of obsessed with training and obsessed with the gym. I became a gym freak. Like now, it's a different story. I don't really enjoy the gym anymore, but back then, I was going to the gym all the time. Like, my diet was very strange. I wouldn't eat a lot. Like, I'd have a full day, but for lunch I was just eating like some bread and an apple.
Porridge, as you always upload on the Insta.
I wasn't even eating porridge back then. This is how you know it was a long time ago, because I wasn't eating porridge. It wasn't me. And like, even though I was kind of happy with the way I was looking and stuff, I just thought to myself, like, at the end of the day, is it that deep? Like, is it really that deep? You just have to ask yourself that question, because in a way, life is too short, and I feel as if you shouldn't deny yourself things that you enjoy. So I wasn't letting myself eat certain things, and now I feel like I'm in such a good place where I really do have a good balance. You know, I'll treat myself quite a lot, but I also know if I'm lacking something in a day, I'll be sure to like eat whatever I need to eat to get a balanced diet. So I feel as if I've come a long way from then. But it is difficult because, especially now when you just compare yourself to everyone around you, and obviously social media is such a big thing. Like, I've talked about this before.
I've got to be honest, we're a shallow society. I mean, a lot of people say, no, I'm not shallow, no. But believe you me, what's the population of the world, 8 billion?
Something like that.
Every single person in this world is shallow. So I'm going to give you an example. When you're on Tinder, and you're a guy or girl, and you're swiping, and you see someone, you're not thinking, I'm going to read their bio, I wonder where they work at. You're thinking, I want to fuck them. You know, that is a shallow society. How many times have I been in a restaurant, I'm sat there looking at the menu thinking, man, I really don't know what to order, and then I see the waiter or waitress walk past with this dish, and it looks amazing, and I'm like, oh my god, I don't even know what it is, just get inside me, you know?
I love the pun!
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, that is a shallow society. Women in high heels is the best example I can use. Are high heels uncomfortable to walk in?
Yeah.
Now, how many times have you bought a pair thinking, I'm going to look good in them? I don't care how much it hurts, I'm just going to... We are a shallow society. So
and the thing is, we like to say that we're kind of a lot more open-minded now and a lot more like progressive and stuff. But I think deep down, people don't admit that they are actually thinking in that way. Like, it's almost just ingrained in us. Like,
I mean, it's a subconscious thing. You know, we're attracted to what we think looks good.
I say, oh, everyone is beautiful because I do believe that everyone can just look good if they feel good. But I'm not gonna lie. When I'm looking through Instagram, some girls, I'm like, yes, they are hot. More hot than these other girls. Like, it's just, you know.
Yeah, I think that social media definitely has played a huge part because when you think about it, whenever anyone uploads on social media, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Bebo if it's still going around, I don't know, MySpace, WhatsApp even, how many times have you taken your phone and gone, you've taken a picture from the best angle, you've used the best filter. Now, a lot of people, probably 99% of them, including myself, in real life we don't look as we do on social media. It's all an illusion. You know, there is no denying that. Like, I don't know, I mean, I've never been on a Tinder date or whatnot, but how many times have you met someone off that site or whatnot, and you don't look like, but what? Like, you're two different people, you know what I mean? Like, and I think it's a vicious pattern of insanity because we're kind of idolising these people we're seeing on social media.
But they're not even real themselves.
You know, a lot of guys, when you see them, like these fitness models, when they're taking photos, they're dehydrated as F, you know what I mean? They're dehydrated, they've put themselves through real pain.
All sorts of
to look that good. They don't look
tribulations.
like that 365 days a year. You know, you see a Vogue model or a Victoria's Secret model, she doesn't look like that 365 days a year. You know, when she goes to sleep, she doesn't look like that. She's probably wearing a pair of tracksuits, eating Ben and Jerry's, you know, which is pretty much what I do. But there's a lot of pressure in society to maintain a good image, but I understand why, you know.
Yeah, it's just mad that also people can think they look a certain way and they don't. Like, we were talking earlier about dysmorphia.
Yeah.
And how it's so easy for people to tell you one thing, but if you don't believe it, there's not even, like, you're your own worst enemy, so people can tell you things over and over and over again, and you still won't believe them because you don't believe it.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm going to be pretty real issue from the hip, as I always do. I've lived with body dysmorphia for about 5 years now, and it's not a nice frame of mind to be in, you know. In the summer, always covered, you know. You've seen me wear big North Face jackets because I don't want to showcase my image. No one, and I mean this, no one has seen me topless. You know, in the gym changing room when I'm getting changed, I, you know, try to make it as private as possible so I don't showcase my physique, you know. It's things like that. People are always telling me, "Oh, Jordan, you're looking good, man. You're looking shredded. You're looking this. You're looking that," and I won't believe them. It's a pattern, and you never feel you're good enough. You pick out on certain flaws. Sometimes I look in the mirror 100 times a day. Other times I go days without looking in the mirror because you just end up feeling ashamed of your look, and it's very tough. And for anyone out there who feels like they're suffering a bit, you know, don't feel it's vain. It's not vain whatsoever. You know, it's something in your head.
Yeah, it's
Go seek help. You know, someone telling you, "Oh no, you're overreacting."
Do you know what?
Idiots.
It's
They don't know what it's like.
understandable because when you think about it, when you go through life, you're literally on display all the time.
Oh yeah.
You're not a soul floating through the air, like you have a physical entity, and that's what people see when they first look at you. They are seeing your physical presence.
Absolutely.
So I can understand completely why people will be fixated on it, obsess over it, and like worry about how they're presenting themselves. Like not even just appearance, like how people, like you know, when you give a speech or when you use body language, they're always like, oh, do I look weird? Do I look awkward? Like how am I presenting myself in general? It makes sense, but I feel as if you can also see it as, okay, this is just what's the word? This is the
External,
the exterior. It's like holding who I am. It's just the skin, like the outfit almost. Like this is just showcasing what is inside. So
this is just a presentation of the meal before you get a taste. Yeah. You take that what way you want, but it's true. Like you see a dish that looks good and you taste it, it might look presentation wise amazing, but it's like shit.
Exactly. When you see the food, what you see has got really nothing to do with how it's going to taste. I love all these food puns, you know. See, everything just relates to food.
Because all I'm thinking about at the moment, like I'm just thinking about like Ben and Jerry, like I'm thinking about Bella Italia because I want a sponsorship by the way, but you know, yeah, I'm just thinking about it non-stop. You know, you end up becoming obsessed with food. You end up becoming obsessed with ingredients and labels and this and that and what you put into your body. You eat one thing that's, you know, out of context when you die, you end up kicking yourself. You're thinking like, why did I do that? You know, it's yeah, it's pretty brutal and horrible. But I suppose with anything in life, you need to find a balance.
Balance is the key to life, guys.
You've had a balanced diet, whereas for the past 5 years, I've never had a balance. I don't think I've ever had a balanced diet.
So many people actually struggle to have a balanced diet. I personally find it quite easy, but for a lot of people, it's not easy.
Yes, I mean, like I said, there's all these fitness gizmos out there and these fitness trends, you know. I mean, I wouldn't follow the government recommendations, you know, they say 2,000 calories a day, 55 grams of protein. I think that's bullshit because they don't take into account, like,
each person's individual lifestyle.
Like how tall you are, how much you weigh, how much you exercise, how little you exercise.
This is what it boils down to. Everyone is different, so you're going to need to find something that works for you.
Absolutely.
I think because we've only got less than 10 minutes of time left, we should just leave off with some, I don't know, general advice maybe. Because Jordan is a qualified PT. Any tips you can give for people out there?
Depends, like, so for example, for weight loss, don't do what I'm doing. The thing is just simply cutting back on what you're doing. So if you eat 3 square meals a day and your breakfast, for example, is 4 slices of toast covered in butter and covered in jam and you're having a sugary, milky coffee, try this. Go for 2 slices of bread, 2 eggs if you have to, boiled or whatnot. If you have to have jam, sugar-free jam, and avoid sugars in your coffee, and I guarantee in that one meal you're saving 300 calories. Way more than that. You know, prepping your own food, I think is key. Again, you don't have to torture yourself. It doesn't have to be lean protein and veg and tasteless.
You don't have to eat carrots, basically.
Yeah, you don't have to eat like me, you know, you can actually enjoy it. There's so much out there, you know. I mean, I think you've probably seen it. These new ice cream tubs coming out, they're like 290 calories a tub.
We have so many options. That's what's great about our society anyway. Like, even though we live in a consumerist age, there is a lot of choice, so why not use it, you know? And
even eating out is actually not as bad as it used to be. I mean, so many places now have menus which are like lighter dishes and they still taste good. So it's, you know, it's about enjoying yourself if you're losing weight. And obviously, you know, what you do in the gym does matter. You know, you can't you will lose weight if you're eating less calories than, you know, what you do in the gym still counts, you know. So if you're lifting weights, you know, doing your cardio, that doesn't mean running 28 fucking years on the treadmill. That means going into the gym, enjoying your cardio, getting a pair of pads, punching a bag, you know, bit of skipping, some kettlebell swings, even sprints, you know. Having a kick around with your friends, you know, good, enjoyable cardio. In terms of some of you guys wanting to gain size, me personally, I go a bit beast mode. when like there's times I just want to fill out a t-shirt or something, I feel like I'm a bit too slim, I will eat anywhere between 4,000 to 6,000 calories a day. I'll train for 2 hours, I'll sleep once during the day for an hour to give me a power nap, to give me energy for my workouts and recover. And if I'm saying I'm going to try and gain size for maybe 12 weeks, and I feel like I haven't. Towards the last 2 weeks, I might. Obviously, I'm still keeping things clean. You know, I'm not just gorging on anything. You know, I'm still eating every 2 to 3 hours, clean carbs, clean protein, clean fats. But you know, towards the end of my diet, I might, like, you know, have a piece of cake or something, or have a, you know, just to get them calories in. But I'm not suggesting that for anyone. How you should do it is slow and steady. Don't be as drastic as me. You know, eat more than what you burn. Absolutely, high protein, high carbs, high fat. Get your sleep in, because that's when you build muscle most.
Sleep is a very important thing.
Learn to cook, because if you can't cook, you're going to hate your diet. And yeah, just enjoy the journey. If you're in the gym, lifting heavy weight, because you know that's probably the best way. Still have your place for cardio. You know, don't neglect it. It's good for heart functions and stuff like that. So yeah, have your cardio. You know, 20 minutes a day even. It won't. You know, I see all this stuff. Oh no, but I'll lose weight. No, you won't lose weight doing 20 minutes of cardio. You know, trust me, it's good for you. Yeah, that's pretty much it in terms of weight loss and gaining size.
It's just listening to your body, isn't it? Because I feel like
everyone's different. I mean, I had a friend in college, and I'll never forget him for the rest of my life because he pissed me off so much. But we're good friends. So I have the metabolism where I lick a Kit Kat, I gain about 2 pounds. I have a really slow metabolism. This kid every day smoked cannabis. He would drink Jack Daniels probably twice a week. Only hit the gym once a week. And he was a regular. Every time I was in college, he was a regular at Domino's Pizza getting a £5 meal deal. They knew him by name and his order. And he had 8-pack abs, and he could shoulder press his weight above his head for 1 rep. Now that's not going to work for everyone. You need to find what works for you, because our bodies are different. Some can get away with more than others.
It's just life, unfortunately.
I found a routine that's worked for me. It's taken years, you know. But again, everyone is different.
Yeah, no, thank you
Just like
for that.
But it's also, you know, you got other trends like cheat days.
There are so many trends, but I mean, I'm very skeptical about all that. I think just, you know, diet, exercise, boom. Like, just keep it simple. Like, we're gonna have to go because we haven't got long left. But it's been great to have Jordan on the channel.
Oh, thank you for having me, honestly.
Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. And any comments, leave them down below if you have anything to say about what we talked about, or any other like advice or tips you could give people. Start a conversation, you know.
I've also got something a little message for someone. Ian Frost, Mr. Success. This Sunday, 27th of May, I have you in a triple threat match, and I will decimate you. Piece by piece, and I will still be the Chaos Champion, whether you like it or not.
I feel like this video is going to go up after the 27th of May.
Don't do it. Post it now. I'm still going to be champ anyway.
Okay guys, see you in the next video. Bye. That was 27 minutes long, you know.
What?